Hi, I'm Reynaldo and welcome to Reypurposed Made. Thank you for watching. This is my YouTube channel where I take you through my furniture making process and show you that any old piece of furniture can also be a custom piece of art. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel to see what's coming up next. Enjoy. You ever wonder what the perfect companion piece is for the giant flat screen TV screen you have mounted on your wall? Something that is both unique and chic, but at the same time simple and makes the for a statement piece in the room. A place to keep your remotes, your DVD player, your PlayStation or whatever other game console you may have, but then also have a place to store books below and magazines. This is the TV console, and it is Shanell's piece that's being shipped off to Seattle tomorrow. When I think of a TV console, like the original concept that I have is those really giant, massive TV furniture pieces that your TV, the giant TV would sit on. But nowadays we all have like flat screen TV. So now when I think of a TV console and a place to keep all those things I mentioned, I think of a table kind of concept that goes in front of, right in front of the wall with the television. And when Shanell contacted me through Instagram, she told me that she has this giant room that's pretty plain and wants to like dress it up with a furniture object, but still be simple. And when I think of simple design, but still pack it with a lot of art to be a kind of statement piece for the room. And I think I really did achieve that here because it has a lot of different art styles, but they are tastefully placed to where they are part of the design as well, the design and the construction. Uh, Firstly, these pieces here, these are all 2x2 wood pieces. All the structure in this piece are all wood burn. So every piece of connector piece is designed as if like studs come that way, and then the epoxy is on three sides. It's on the top side and both of the sides. And the sides of the epoxy actually have like art glass, so it's even more dynamic. And for color, we were going with a darker color palette because originally it was supposed to be like a kind of warm brown, but that was too close to the floor that Shanell has, and we didn't want it to clash. Well, either this is subdued because it's too close to the floor color, or it's like too loud and clashes because they're this close in color. So going with black and grays, it just made for a better idea. The original color inspiration was Shanell's art piece, Representative Maxine Waters, and that art piece is the color inspiration here. Other than the black, it's the like reds and greens and like mustardy yellowish browns that are inside the epoxy. And the back panel here, I thought that I wanted to pull some more light into the piece by using like white hardedge. Even though there will probably be books and magazines or whatever else that will be inside the space, I still wanted some art to like kind of peek through and shine through from the back. And if it could have been like a gray and black, but then it would probably not even be seen. So I want to use that white to give just another layer of art. And even though original consoles are these big objects that did sit on the floor, I thought raising it off the floor would be a very cool way to make it more artsy. I love using metal legs. I did it before in a previous project where I made a big desk and a coffee table for a friend Lex. You can see that video too. And the cool thing about these legs, they just screw on. There's a plate, a leg, and then another plate. The plate on the underside actually is screwed into the object, but when I ship this, I'm going to unscrew the lower plate and the leg so that they can just ship easily. And when it arrives in Seattle, Shanell can screw them back in, and then they're all set. Another cool piece I wanted to mention about this is that wire management. It's always a big deal about how, when I make a piece of furniture, how the person is going to like manage the wires that they're going to undoubtedly have. So usually in furniture pieces, they have these things called grommets. They're like a little circle where you run the wires through. But I don't like using a circle on pieces like this because every single thing is like rectilinear. Every single thing is square and angular, and then this random circle in the back of an object. I prefer to use like triangles, like a little cutout. And you can see it now. There's two here. These are the lower cutouts, and then on the same back panel piece, there's two more cutouts, and those cutouts on the back panels match the cutouts on the top. So you can run wires straight through the back. You can run wires through in any way, and it's a great way to manage the wires.
We are living in an age of plutonymy, where monetary controls are grinding me. Too many therapists, not enough scientists. Guess you care about yourself more than the environment. Mother Earth, yeah, can you hear her crying, man? Volcanoes, tornadoes, all these wildfires, man. Modern day colonial explorers got a higher plan. Control the ladder to success, so no one climbs it, man. This is classism and fascism, I'm that rhythm. So much division deriving all from the caste system. The sole purpose of banks is to get cash in them. I guess they really don't want us being compassionate. Resources, they are trying to ration them. Resources, why they keep on extracting them. Bang the drum of plutonymy, eliminate the medicine man, build a pharmacy. And yo, then they call that modernity, trying to modernize and colonize our currency. Yo, and yo, the Inca never knew poverty. Do we really need money? What's the idea of property? All I try to do, yeah, is just speak honestly. All I hear on the mainstream radio station is misogyny or materialism, deriving from corporate governance. Feel like every country in the world is a corporate government. Another takedown letter, so they call it fake news. Trump's campaign was based off lies and post-truths. So much global imbalances from propaganda. There is pollution from consumerism. How we gonna handle? Think of everything in the supermarket and then up in the landfill. Then we breathe that air, so just stand still.
One of the coolest things about this piece is that it reacts to light and looks different every space it's in. Right now I'm in my studio's elevator because it's the cleanest and most quiet space in the whole building. But I'm under a warm fluorescent light, so this is how it looks in warm fluorescence. This piece looks horrible in my studio's light. I have super bright and a lot of fluorescence, and it's just pulling up all the luminescence in the piece, so it just looks like gunmetal or silver. But that's okay because people don't have giant bright white fluorescence in their house. People have incandescent lights in their house. And my studio's hallway is incandescent lights, and it looks beautiful. So that I know that that's great. But I think that's a really cool thing that this thing reacts and looks different. Even like when you kind of like move, your eyes pick up the different shimmers that are around, and it looks different as your eyes moving, which leads me to think that different times of day and different times of year, this is going to reflect differently with the light that's coming through the window. And even though Seattle is known as the rainy city, I hear to get like daylight like 2 or 3 days a year. So there, it's going to look different all the time. And I think that's a really cool aspect, a cool feature of this project. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Stick around, there's a little bit more. But I wanted to make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons below to catch my latest content. I post twice a week, always every Monday and Thursday. And if you wanted to follow me on social media or get your very own Reypurposed piece, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Etsy, and Gmail under Reypurposed. Thank you and keep watching. I learned from this project that it's incredibly hard to do epoxy on 3 sides and not mess up the previous side once you do the next one. It took a very great deal of planning to figure out how to finish this side, then finish this side, then finish this side. I literally had to make a structure, hang this up in the air off of one of my counters so that one side was finished with the finished layer of epoxy, I can do the next one and it not get messed up. And then I definitely always wanted to have the top layer of epoxy be the last one because when epoxy runs, it's literally liquid, and if it did fall on either side, the glass on both sides could kind of catch it like a trap. So I really backed myself into a corner with this design and this planning, and that's a very big lesson I learned for myself of how to successfully do a three-sided epoxy object. I don't even have the solution yet because my solution meant like hours and hours of cleaning up and undoing the mess I did from the actual epoxy work. The construction of this was fun and easy and simple, and that's something that I would definitely do again, and I would probably elevate or modify, but I do not have the solution of how to make this an easy process. So that is my challenge for myself.
And the things that I say are not meant to be funny, cause you are just another monetary dummy.
Scum, filth, degenerate, viperous, murdering, trash, commie government.
Why do immigrants immigrate? Economic inequality. So I wonder why is there so much anti-immigration policies trying to maintain managerial aristocracy? Cause when you think about it, this ain't really a democracy. Globalization is just like gentrification. It's got us patiently waiting for all this modernization. They close the bodega to build the Whole Foods. Call us Latinos, then cut funds from our schools. Trying to take dreams away from our youth. Hopefully this revolution televised soon. Can I get a vote from a super delegate? Most people's vote are really just irrelevant. Materialize the dream and then they start selling it. Visualize a scheme and then they don't let it slip. Most people are just stuck in their technologies, trying to see past the screens, focus on the problem. See, I am a student teacher of epistemology, cause I be living in a state of plutonymy.